Accept no one's definition of your life, define yourself. Happiness makes up in height for what it lacks in length. No surprise in the writer, no surprise in the reader. If we couldn't laugh, we would all go insane. We love the things we love for what they are. A poem begins as a lump in the throat, a sense of wrong, a homesickness, a lovesickness. Home is the place where, when you have to go there, they have to take you in. No surprise in the writer, no surprise in the reader. Never be bullied into silence. Never allow yourself to be made a victim. Poetry is what gets lost in translation. Don't ever take a fence down until you know why it was put up. Love is an irresistible desire to be irresistibly desired. Forgive me my nonsense as I also forgive the nonsense of those who think they talk sense. A diplomat is a man who always remembers a woman's birthday, but never remembers her age. Before I built a wall, I'd ask to know what I was walling in or walling out. Good fences make good neighbors. You've got to love what's lovable, and hate what's hateable. It takes brains to see the difference. Earth's the right place for love. I don't know where it's likely to go better. To be social is to be forgiving. He asked with the eyes more than the lips for a shelter for the night. I'm not confused. I'm just well mixed. I hold it to be the inalienable right of anybody to go to hell in his own way. How many things have to happen to you before something occurs to you? The reason why worry kills more people than work is that more people worry than work. Something we were withholding made us weak, until we found it was ourselves. The world is full of willing people, some willing to work, the rest willing to let them. The middle of the road is where the white line is, and that's the worst place to drive. Being the boss anywhere is lonely. Being a female boss in a world of mostly men is especially so. Or dear me, why abandon a belief merely because it ceases to be true? What is done for the love of it or not really done at all. Nobody was ever meant to remember or invent what he did with every cent. Our very life depends on everything's recurring till we answer from within. I never dared be radical when young, for fear it would make me conservative when old. For I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep. There are no two things as important to us in life and in art as being threatened and being saved. We saw the risk we took in doing good, but dared not spare to do the best we could. A man must partly give up being a man with womenfolk. To be a poet is a condition, not a profession. The afternoon knows what the morning never suspected. Poetry is when an emotion has found its thought and the thought has found words. The most creative thing in us is to believe in a thing. My definition of literature would be just this: words that have become deeds. I am a writer of books in retrospect. I talk in order to understand, I teach in order to learn. You're always believing ahead of your evidence. What was the evidence I could write a poem? I just believed it. Every poem is a momentary stay against the confusion of the world. A poem begins in delight and ends in wisdom. Poetry is a way of taking life by the throat. Writing free verse is like playing tennis with the net down. A poet never takes notes. You never take notes in a love affair.